Okay, it is time for another episode of Ink Transfer Drawing with Mark Zimmerman. It's brought to you by the folks at Sanford Arts. See them around, tell them thanks for the entertainment. You just watched me finish putting the last touches on a thin layer of ink. And I'm going to do what's called an ink transfer drawing. I'm going to do that by putting a sheet of paper over that ink and drawing and rubbing on the back of that paper, transferring ink to the front. I'll tape it down. I don't want it to move while I'm drawing. If it moves, it kind of smudges into that ink a little bit. Now, the ink is inside a rectangle of tape, and I can feel that tape. I'm going to poke that pen up into that corner, drag it along the edge of the tape. Where, oh where did my little dog go? Looking for the edge of that. Goodness gracious. There's the edge. There's the edge. There's the edge. Wow. Really off. Oh well. What I do outside the edge doesn't really much matter. That's kind of a good thing, huh? I'm going to grab something. Here's a palette. That'll work. I kind of want a circle in here. I want a circle that goes from about here around to here. Now that palette will leave a little mark, but that's okay. I'm kind of thinking about the moon. Oh, moon and a moon and a star. How's that? Some details on that moon, though. Can't just have a blank old moon. I'm going to scribble in texture, give him an eyebrow here. Guess with a brow like that, this is more the man in the moon than the woman in the moon. Let's say that's so anyway. Put a little shadow on the cheek. Try not to give him too much of a mustache. Sometimes I admit to people that ink transfer drawing is really just an excuse to scribble. And I don't imagine I can scribble all over the moon, not scribble a bit on the stars. Or star, I guess there's just one of them. Okay. I'm going to put a shadow up here. Any pressure I put on the back of this ends up transferring ink to the front. Darker here at the bottom. A little more pressure. Let's peek and see what we have. That'll work. You will notice that it all comes out backwards. So what was a first quarter crescent is now a last quarter crescent. Well, let's see, what color is the moon? We should probably go for the obvious, huh? This is watercolor, and I have got it already in solution, so it's really quick and easy for me to pick up. Put some yellow in, and I'm not even really going to rinse my brush. I'm going to pick up a little orange. Maybe a little more orange. Too much orange. But I have places where I can spread it, so I'll probably be okay here. Rinse my brush a touch and come back with a little red. Feel like a red star. And boy, that's too much paint. Got a big puddle out there. Let's pick some of that up. So I just dried my brush, and then my brush becomes something that sucks paint up instead of putting paint down. There we go. Now, I know I'm going to do a wash, so I'm going to come and get a board, run across my studio and get a board because I can't think ahead enough to go get one before I need it. And that's going to let me do a wash. Usually what I'm going to do is wash right around like this. And again, the big brush, let's give that blue a stir. What I've got are two watercolors, but they're in solution already, so I got to give it a little stir every now and then. So I picked that spot because I'm going to, very often there's a little lap line where you sorry you're looking at it upside down, but I got to do this. I'm using gravity to pull that watercolor down where I want it to go. Alright. There you can look at it sideways from the other side. See places there in the sky around the star where I got just random transfer. That's what I was talking about, where you kind of, the whole process sort of frees you up because you know it's already kind of messed up when you start. There is no perfect anymore. So you're free to go ahead, try to fix it if you can, but basically you're there. You get to finish looking at it right side up. So I'm going to tip it so it runs toward me always. Here's where I'm going to get that little lap line. I'm just going to let it stay a little dark, kind of hide that. Rinse my brush. I always sign them in pencil. We'll call this Moon and Star. I'll sign it. Zimmerman 2020. These are free and available near where you are watching this video. In fact, if you do it the other way around, you can find a drawing you like and watch the video of its creation. So there is Moon and Star. Hope you had fun. That was just kind of a fun little scribbly little thing to play around with. So bye bye for now.